Good morning. Several weeks ago, I was asked, I was told that I would be speaking at a conference. I consider it a privilege and an honour to have been asked to do so. I was also told how long I had to speak, so if I'm dragged off the stage, you know why. Well, here I am. My name, as some of you may know, is Julia Key, and I come from the maiden city of Londonderry. I am a mother, and I am a community worker. You might think this is more than enough, and you would be right, but just to top things off, I decided to join the Ulster Unionist Party. As a social policy graduate from the Ulster University, I was also interested in politics, but never saw just how important politics was until I undertook a diploma from the NUI Galway in the field of community development. Coming as I do from Londonderry, I am of an age when I have lived through some of the worst of times. I have seen what terrorists can do to a city, and indeed to its citizens. Anyone that visits Londonderry today will see a very different place than the one that I grew up in. I attended a school in the city side where my uniform was an issue for the majority of the population, and I was often ostracised for being a Protestant. I remember this behaviour as being very normal and a part of everyday life. In hindsight, it was so wrong to be treated unfairly for being different and a minority in my city. I decided to join the Ulster Unionist Party, the UUP, which is a fair party, a democratic party, and a party that reflects a good society, where difference is embraced and fairness is a core value, where peace and reconciliation and non-violence is at the very essence of ideals. I work in a loyalist area in Londonderry, a loyalist area on an interface with a Republican area. I see daily the way the whole area has been affected by conflict, a lack of services, educational underachievement, mental health and well-being issues, but most of all, a limited trust, no trust in each other and no trust in politics. I also see clearly how government policies affect people in these areas. I see how the inaction of government affects health delivery, economic, social and physical regeneration. I've worked in many programme areas, including European-funded peace projects, supporting Protestant participation in community life. I organised an international peace conference in Derry. I worked with Israelis, Palestinians, Bosnians, Nigerians and Iraqis. And through all of this, I have seen the importance of trust. Trust in one another and trust in our political systems. I have worked in youth training, supporting young people with low educational attainment into training and work. I worked to support the setting up of the Londonderry Bands Forum as part of a European Peace-funded programme. And I was honoured to attend a meeting with the elders headed up by Marty Adazari, the Nobel Peace Prize-winning Finnish statesman, and Ella Bhatt, a pioneer in women's empowerment in India. We need people to make changes and show leadership like Marty Adazari and Ella Bhatt tried to do in the past, just like the Ulster Unionist Party in 1998. And one thing that struck me in all the cross-community work is the lack of trust between people, genuine togetherness and trust, always the fear that something was going to go wrong. The fear the IRA and the Republican movement instilled in the wonderful people of Northern Ireland is something Sinn Féin should be very unproud of and should apologise for. We need and people want a functional government, not a tit-for-tat government. Fair policies and procedures, not a green and orange carve-up. 5 million for you and 5 million for me has to stop. Who is benefiting from this? It certainly isn't the people of Northern Ireland. The Ulster Unionist Party is doing and always has done what is right for Northern Ireland. Country first. What do people actually currently expect from their government in Northern Ireland? They expect very little. We have the lowest turnout at elections ever. The Ulster Unionist Party is the party to turn that around. We put the country first, and now let's ask the people of Northern Ireland to help us to deliver on making Northern Ireland the best small country in the world, where people want to invest because it makes business sense, where graduates want to stay because there are opportunities, where children receive the best early years childcare provision, and where healthcare is second to none, and most importantly, a country which looks after the most vulnerable in our society. I do and intend to work tirelessly to support these. The Ulster Unionist Party, in my opinion, at the minute, has a righteous wind at our backs, and as we stand on the crossroads of history, once again, we will make the right choices and meet the challenges that face us together. Thank you.